Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy is an action-adventure game that's available on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series, Nintendo Switch, and PC. You play as Star-Lord, also known as Peter Quill, and lead a band of heroes to defend the galaxy. In this video, we will be looking at the settings related to the motor accessibility of the game, such as the auto-win QuickTime events and lock target switching options. We will be looking at the console version of the game. However, all settings of the game can be found on the PC version as well. Footage has been captured directly on the PS5 console from the PS5 version of the game. Before you start the game, you have to choose a difficulty. The difficulty options include We Got This, which is the start and level difficulty, We Got This, Probably, which is the middle level, and We Don't Got This, which is the highest level difficulty. We Got This provides a reduced level challenge compared to the other two, with enemies providing little resistance, whilst We Don't Got This is the most difficult, where enemies are at their strongest. An additional difficulty mode, called We Do It Our Way, allows you to customize various aspects of the game, including puzzles and combat. The Guardians mode slowdown allows you to alter how much time is slowed down when entering Guardians mode, a mode where you can direct your Guardians against enemies or for helping solve problems. 0 has no slowdown effect, whereas 1 completely stops time, allowing you to select a Guardian without the fear of enemies attacking. You can decide how much damage you deal to enemies, ranging from very low to very high. With the Guardian's cooldown duration, you can change how long it takes for a Guardian to recharge to use another ability just after using one. Having it set to 1.0 is the least amount of time, whereas 2.0 takes the longest. By turning on Huddle Auto Win, you will choose the correct choice when entering a huddle so that each character gets a damage bonus to enemies. You can change how much elemental ammo costs by altering the cost of elemental shots. 0.5 is the lowest and will cost the least, whilst 2.0 will make the elemental shots cost the most. You can change how much damage you receive from enemies. This can range from very low to very high. You can set how long it takes for your shield to regenerate after taking damage, as well as the rate of regeneration and how much damage is taken while the shield is depleted. This ranges from very low, being the slowest amount of time to regenerate, to very high, which is the fastest amount of time. The death event timer is the amount of time a Guardian is in danger before becoming overwhelmed by enemies. You can choose between easy, normal, hard, and hardcore. You can alter how long any runnable effects to enemies applied by abilities last for. 5.0 is the shortest amount of time, and 15.0 is the longest. The death gate option indicates how many times a player receives damage when HP is at 0. Very easy allows the most amount of damage, whilst very hard allows the least. You can decide how quickly you want a hint to help you out if you are stuck on a particular step. You can choose between instant, medium, slow, and none. You can change the difficulty and its components of the game at any time by going into the difficulty submenu found in the pause menu. Turning on Disable Target Lock Break prevents breaking the lock-on when moving the right stick. Target Lock Break Delay allows you to alter the time of the delay when using right stick to break the lock-on mechanism. You can choose between 0 to 100%. Aiming Lock Break Stick Dead Zone allows you to alter the dead zone of the right stick whilst aiming. This can be set between 0 to 100%. Having a higher percentage can prevent accidental lock breaking, whilst a low percentage will break the lock without much movement of the right stick. The dead zone can also be adjusted for target switching whilst aiming. Turning on Enable Lock Target Switching means you can swap between targets whilst aiming, and the reticule will lock onto that target when swapping. You can set how long it takes to change to another target by adjusting the target switching initial delay option between 0 to 100%. You can also adjust the delay between repeated inputs, for example, when moving the right stick twice in a row to swap targets. You can adjust this between 0 to 100%. You can choose in what situation the elemental attacks lock onto targets. You can choose between Always, Exploration, Combat, or Never. Turning on Auto Win QuickTime events allows you to skip the QuickTime events to progress. Adjusting the initial target lock range changes the range of the initial target lock as a ratio of the screen height. You can change this between 0 to 100%. The automatic target lock range can also be adjusted between 0 to 100%. This option is also changed based on a ratio of the screen height. Auto lock on next target can reduce the need for right stick. While aiming, your aiming reticule locks on to the next enemy after the previous enemy has been defeated. In the control scheme section, you can view the controller layout for the game. This game will require both sticks and all buttons to comprehensively play. You can choose whether the Guardian's abilities and Peter's abilities are accessed with a button hold or a single button press, known as a toggle. When set to press, pressing a specified button once will bring up the ability menu, and pressing it again will cancel it. You can invert the up, down and left-right camera movements. By default, moving the right stick to the left moves it left, and right moves it right. Turning on Invert X-axis swaps these movements around, so that moving the right stick to the left will move the camera right, and pushing it to the right will move it left. For default up-down movements, pushing the right stick up will move the camera up, and pushing down will move the camera down. Turning on Invert Y-axis swaps these movements around, so pushing up will move it down, and pushing down will move it up. You can also invert both axes for when controlling a spaceship, as well as swap the sticks over so you can control the spaceship with the right stick. You can adjust the sensitivity of the camera with the X-axis and Y-axis sensitivity options, with 1 being the least sensitive and 20 being the most sensitive. We hope you found this video useful. If you have any further questions about the motor accessibility of this game, please get in touch with Special Effect.